If you have a brown bottle of hydrogen peroxide sitting in your medicine cabinet right now, pay attention. There is a very good chance you have been using it wrong, or barely using it at all, for years. And I'm talking real mistakes, the kind that could mean you're throwing money away, irritating your skin, or completely missing out on one of the cheapest and most versatile products you can buy. Sadly, most people grab it once, shove it under the sink, and forget it exists. So today we're counting down 14 weird facts about hydrogen peroxide that no shopper really knows. And by the time we get to number 1, you are never going to look at that little brown bottle the same way again. Let's get into it. Number 14. The dark bottle isn't just branding. That brown bottle hydrogen peroxide always comes in? It's not for aesthetics. Light, especially sunlight and fluorescent light, breaks hydrogen peroxide down into plain water. The moment it's exposed to light, it starts losing potency. So if you've ever transferred it to a clear spray bottle for convenience, you've probably been spraying yourself with very expensive water. Keep it in the original dark bottle, store it in a dark cabinet, and it will stay active until the expiration date. One simple habit, and the product actually works. Number 13. It expires faster than you think. Speaking of which, an unopened bottle lasts about 1 to 3 years. But once you crack it open, you have roughly 30 to 45 days before it starts degrading significantly. Here is the quick test most people never learn. Pour a small amount into your sink. If it fizzes and bubbles, it is still active. If it just sits there flat like water, it is dead. Go check your cabinet right now. I would bet a lot of you have a bottle that has been open since last winter that is doing absolutely nothing. Number 12. You are probably buying the wrong concentration without knowing it. The standard drugstore bottle is 3% hydrogen peroxide. That means 97% of what you are buying is distilled water. That is not necessarily bad. 3% is the correct and safe concentration for home use. But a lot of people assume it is some kind of powerful industrial product. It is not. And on the flip side, some people accidentally buy food-grade 35% concentration online, thinking they are getting a better deal. That stuff will chemically burn your skin on contact. We will come back to that. For now, 3% is the only number you want for anything at home. Number 11. Doctors stopped recommending it for cuts years ago. This one surprises almost everyone because it is what every parent did for decades. You scraped your knee, mom pulled out the hydrogen peroxide, it fizzed dramatically, and everyone felt like something was happening. Here is the problem. It was. The fizzing was real, but it was not only killing bacteria, it was also destroying the healthy skin cells around the wound and slowing down healing. Modern medicine recommends plain saline or clean water to rinse a wound, not hydrogen peroxide. The thing you thought was helping was actually delaying recovery. If you have kids, this one matters immediately. Number 10. Your own body already makes hydrogen peroxide. This is where it gets genuinely interesting. Your white blood cells, as part of the immune response, actually produce hydrogen peroxide to attack bacteria and pathogens. It is one of the biological tools your immune system uses naturally. So the reason it works as an antiseptic is partly because your own body runs the same chemistry. You are not applying something foreign, you are supplementing something your immune system already does on its own, which makes the fact that it costs $1.50 at the grocery store feel almost absurd. Number 9. The fizzing on a wound is not what you think it is. This reframes everything from number 11. Most people assume the fizz means it is working, killing germs, cleaning things out. But the bubbling actually comes from an enzyme in your blood and tissue called catalase reacting with the hydrogen peroxide. The fizz is your own cells breaking it down. It is not specifically targeting bacteria. It is reacting with everything, including your healthy tissue. That satisfying bubbling you remember from childhood, that was your body objecting. Keep that in mind the next time someone reaches for the bottle. Number 8. It was used as rocket fuel. Yeah, the same compound in your medicine cabinet has powered rockets and torpedoes. High-concentration hydrogen peroxide, above 90%, was used by the British Navy in torpedoes and by early aerospace engineers as a propellant. When it decomposes rapidly at that concentration, it releases a burst of oxygen and steam that generates serious thrust. It is why industrial hydrogen peroxide is a regulated substance. Your 3% bottle is about as far from that as skim milk is from jet fuel, but they are the exact same chemical compound. That is a wild fact to sit with. Number 7. It removes stains better than most products you are already buying. Hydrogen peroxide is one of the most effective and underused laundry tools on the market. It works as a mild bleaching agent without the harshness of chlorine bleach. Mix it with dish soap in equal parts and apply it directly to blood, wine, sweat, or grass stains before washing. Let it sit 5 minutes. It breaks down the stain at a molecular level. I have used this on a white shirt I was sure was ruined. Came out clean. And you are paying $1.50 for this versus $8 to $12 for a specialty stain remover that is doing the same thing. Number 6. Food grade 35% is a completely different and dangerous product. This cannot be overstated. Food grade hydrogen peroxide is used industrially to sterilize packaging and equipment, not for home use. But it has circulated in certain wellness communities online with claims about internal use. Do not do this. At 35% concentration, it causes chemical burns on skin within seconds. Ingesting it causes serious internal injury and has been fatal. The FDA has issued specific warnings about this. The label says food grade, not food safe. If you see it sold online with health claims, that is a serious red flag. The 3% drugstore bottle is the only version meant for your home. Number 5. It can sanitize your produce. Here is a practical one most people have never tried. A diluted hydrogen peroxide solution, 3%, mixed with equal parts water, can be used to rinse fruits and vegetables. Research has shown it is effective at reducing surface bacteria and some pesticide residue. Spray it on, let it sit for 1 minute, then rinse thoroughly with water. It is what some commercial food prep operations use. You do not need to spend money on specialty produce washes. The bottle already in your cabinet works, and since you are rinsing it off completely, there is no residue concern at that concentration. Number 4. It sanitizes the things in your house you never think to sanitize. Your toothbrush, your cutting board, your phone case. Hydrogen peroxide at 3% kills bacteria, viruses, and fungi on contact. Soak your toothbrush head in it for 5 minutes once a week. Pour it directly onto a wooden cutting board, let it bubble, then rinse. It works on mold and mildew in bathroom grout too. You are spending $1.50 to do something that branded sanitizing products charge $8 to $15 for. Most people have never thought to use it anywhere except the first aid kit, and that is exactly where all the value gets left. Number 3. It does whiten teeth, but most people use it wrong. Hydrogen peroxide is the active ingredient in most professional and over-the-counter whitening products. Those whitening strips you buy? Hydrogen peroxide gel on a strip of plastic. Done correctly, a diluted rinse, 3% mixed 50-50 with water, swished for 60 seconds a few times per week, genuinely works. Do not swallow it. Do not use it at full strength daily. Overuse irritates gums. But in moderation, it is effective. Dentists charge hundreds of dollars for treatments built around the same active compound you already own. Before we get to number 1, if you want more practical tips on everyday products most people are completely sleeping on, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Okay, back to it. Number 1. The earwax secret most people never hear. This is the one. Hydrogen peroxide is one of the most effective, cheapest, and doctor-recommended methods for earwax removal, and almost nobody knows it. Tilt your head to one side, drop a few drops of 3% hydrogen peroxide into the ear canal, and let it sit for about a minute. You will hear it fizzing as it softens and loosens the wax. Then tilt your head the other way and let it drain out. That is it. Now here is the part that should make you stop. The expensive branded eardrops you see at the pharmacy, Debunking, Murine Ear, their active ingredient is carbamide peroxide, which converts directly to hydrogen peroxide once it contacts your ear canal. You are paying $8 to $12 for something that is chemically performing the same function as your $1.50 bottle. This is in clinical guidelines. Doctors recommend it. And the overwhelming majority of people buying those branded products have no idea what they are actually paying for. So the next time someone asks whether hydrogen peroxide is worth keeping around, tell them about the stain removal. Tell them about the earwax. Tell them to test their bottle before they use it. Keep it in the dark and stop pouring it on cuts. And tell them that a $1.50 product is doing the work of half the things in their cabinet. They just never knew it. Oh, and a bonus one. Hydrogen peroxide eliminates skunk smell. If your dog ever gets sprayed, Mix 1 quart of 3% hydrogen peroxide with a quarter cup of baking soda and a teaspoon of dish soap. Work it into the fur, wait 5 minutes, rinse thoroughly. It chemically neutralizes the odor compounds in skunk spray, not just masks them. Most people learn this in a panic at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. Now you know before you need it. YouTube thinks you'll like this video next. Go check it out, and I'll see you in the next one.